Hey everyone, it's Cassius, Trip to Mean Astrology, and this is the chart for Thursday, October 27th. And there's basically some positive things happening that really foreshadow the whole next several months and next year because Jupiter is starting to sextile Saturn. Jupiter sextile Saturn. And that's where Jupiter and Saturn will be for the Saturn trine Uranus, Jupiter opposition Uranus, and this whole thing that will define the end of this year and basically all of next year. All of next year will be dominated by Jupiter sextile Saturn, Saturn trine Uranus, and Jupiter opposition Uranus. Jupiter sextile Saturn positively grounds things and turns things disciplined and solidified. It's a positive aspect between the two largest planets. It's a time of things solidifying, crystallizing, kind of discipline and creation expanding. It's an interesting formula, Jupiter sextile Saturn. And when you mix it with Uranus, which is the technological advancement of any given time in the era, it's this revolutionary technological, ideological quality of any time period that we're in. In 2016, our technological political climate is in a weird place, lit on erratic, sporadic fire in Aries. It's conjunct this deep, dark, plutonic, Scorpio like dwarf planet Eris, turning the political climate, the technological climate of Uranus towards this scorpionic, Pluto like strange place. Uranus conjunct Eris. And the fact that Jupiter will oppose Uranus exactly on the dwarf planet Haumea, it's this really fateful thing. You can go back and look at the other videos I made about that already. Sorry if my voice is a little messed up. I'm doing this while I'm tired. But anyway, Venus right now is sextile Jupiter. Venus will be exactly sextile Jupiter today, Thursday, and it will be a nice positive feeling that we really need. So tomorrow will be specifically more positive, and right now, when it peaks, tonight as I'm making this, Venus sextile Jupiter, imbuing the social climate of the day with Jupiter's sign, Sagittarius, this really optimistic, nice place for the social climate of the day to be anyway, Venus, and Venus's sextile Jupiter's, or Sagittarius's planet, Jupiter, making a positive aspect to the planet of positivity. So this is a really good transit, and also, well, what's about to happen is Mars is going to exactly square Uranus at the same time as Venus can join Saturn, leading up to a new moon on Sunday, October 30th, a new moon at 7 degrees 44 minutes Scorpio, which trines Neptune. So it's a new moon conjunct Mercury in the water sign Scorpio, trine Neptune in its own sign of Pisces. Very watery, spiritual, feeling, appreciating music, appreciating the fruits of life. That's what water signs can give us. You need watery energy to have a deep emotional appreciation for anything like music, the things you love in life, anything like that. But at the same time, leading up till Sunday, Venus conjunct Saturn is a really cold, somber, quiet aspect. At the same time as this quiet, somber aspect, a completely opposite aspect, Mars square Uranus is happening, which is this electric, energetic type of irritated, somewhat irritated, but possibly euphoric energy. Mars in Capricorn is this rigid, somber place for Mars to be. So that makes this somber Capricornian energy, low energy, clash with the hyper youthful, erratic energy that is flowing through Uranus. This fiery Aries energy. So it's this somber, cold place for Mars to be, clashing with this electric, political climate affiliated, fiery Uranus. At the same time as the social climate that was optimistic a second ago in Jupiter's sign, sextile Jupiter, the social climate just suddenly turns cold and Saturnian. But we have all this spiritual energy and this deep appreciation for life. And this is really a new moon on Sunday that resolves the Saturn square Neptune because, well, that's what it tells me when the new moon is trine Neptune while Venus is conjunct Saturn. So I think it's a time of resolving everything that happened this year with all the coldness and watery upheaval with Saturn square Neptune. I think that this is a formula for resolution, and it's ultimately something to look forward to, even though it might feel kind of cold at times with Venus conjunct Saturn. And yeah, so I look forward to this. And if you want to see the exact times when this will peak, I'm going to go through the next 5 days or so on this transit thing for you. This is Thursday, October 27th, 1:31 p.m. Pacific time. At this time, Venus is sextile Jupiter, and it's this really, positive energy for the social climate of the day, the Venus. Mercury is exactly conjunct the Sun, which fuses these two energies together. And anytime you have Mercury conjunct the Sun, the day is heavily influenced by whatever degree of whatever sign that it's in. Because Mercury and the Sun are both really important for the energy of the day. Any aspects that Mercury makes during the day beams this energy to the front of our left brain logical minds, our Mercury, and the way we communicate. And some people say technology, like Mercury retrograde. So, there's this heavily watery, appreciative of life, emotional feeling in the air during all of this. Extra strong because of Mercury exactly conjunct the Sun. And, tomorrow, October 27th, it's a really good day, I'd say. And the next day, Friday, you start to feel more watery, emotional energy as the Sun and Mercury start to trine Neptune. And we have this really positive moment on Friday, especially. Really positive moment early Friday and late Thursday. Because when the moon conjoins Jupiter, as Venus in the sign of Jupiter, Sagittarius, sextiles Jupiter and the moon, it just beams that energy straight to the front of our minds. At the same time, on Friday, Mars exactly peaks squaring Uranus, so this electric, inspired, but also kind of somewhat confrontational, but not too much, I don't think. This electric, thinking, euphoric energy of Uranus starts to get lit on fire by Mars, but Mars is somber too, so. But yeah, I'd say Friday and Thursday are really good days. But on Saturday, it will start to get colder because Venus will really start to conjoin cold, somber, disciplined Saturn. And that might have turned into frustration by now, the Mars square Uranus. And then there's the new moon on Sunday. The new moon, I showed you when it peaks. 10:39 a.m. Pacific time, Sunday, October 30th at 7 degrees 44 minutes of Scorpio. Then the next day, it's still somber, quiet, It's Halloween. I don't know if you celebrate that. I don't really celebrate it. But, yeah. And this is the most important thing. Jupiter sextile Saturn. That crystallizes and solidifies our goals, and it's a very important, expansive, discipline-causing time. Jupiter sextile Saturn will dominate this next several months, all the way till February, all the way until, at the end of December, Jupiter sextile Saturn with Jupiter opposition Uranus happens. And there will be this moment at the very end of the year where it's 20 degrees, 20 degrees, 20 degrees. Jupiter opposition Uranus, Jupiter sextile Saturn, Saturn trine Uranus. This is a high energy, active, electric, crystallizing, goal solidifying time of expansion, very contrary to the time of upheaval and purging that we felt in 2016. So you see, February, still going strong. That defines the next year. I'll tell you more about that later. If you like this astrology, please book an astrology reading for $30 for 20 minutes of reading your chart on the screen, just like this video. Or you could get a video chat with me. Just message the page Tryptamine Astrology Readings, the Facebook page, in the description of this YouTube video. Much love. Peace.